Powered by the Hell Campus Media.
Oh, hello everybody, you're welcome to the 10th anniversary of Unesco Club. With me here is a very, very influential personality. Can we have you, sir?
Yeah, my name is Banjo Amoto Moses, Otumba Banjo Amoto Moses.
Alright, thank you very much once again for honoring this invitation. I just want to ask you a very few questions on the just concluded Youth in Governance. What's your take on the bill that was just passed?
Well, it's a bill that we've all been advocating for. Like I stated clearly there, I started the movement earlier in my own state by coming out to be the first, the youngest person ever to contest for the governor of my state, Kogi State. And the clout I had as at that period, I knew that it boosts my confidence in politics and even in the governance that the youths can actually do it better. So the only thing that we all need to do is to play our own part by making it a success.
Introduce and welcome somebody that will do the first speaker of this occasion that will do justice to the topic, Youth in the 21st Century, Mr. Banjo A. Moses. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
The existing political structure in my country has toughened the participation in the area of governance. That's youth participation in the area of governance. This is justified by looking at our constitution and the accredited age for one to be voted for. It is high time we look beyond right to vote, but right to be voted for. Become delegates during primaries. For example, we are to participate as kings and not kingmakers. Politics is not a dirty game as so many people regard it to be. These days we all know that politics is no longer a local thing. Power in the wrong hand, we all know what that means. It simply means liberation in mirage. The world is becoming global and we need global citizens with global thinking to take us to the greater height.
When I gained admission into the University of Benin, I wanted to read medicine. And they said they couldn't give me medicine, they gave me microbiology. And I went in to study microbiology. I was angry that I was reading microbiology. So rather than concentrating in microbiology classes, I was going to medicine classes, believing that I was going to transfer to medicine. Now, close to the exam, it got dawned on me that I was going to write exam in microbiology, not medicine, because my name is not in the attendance list. So I returned to microbiology and I wrote exams in classes I never attended. And the next thing I saw, my name was on probation. I cried and I asked myself, we have symbols in the University of Benin. Those that have friends in that school, we have symbols there. Each of those symbols represents something. What they mean is that as you are in this school, you may come in straight. But by the time you are in 200 level, you have bent. By the time you are in 300 level, you have bent, almost bent to rolling. When you are in final year, you will be rolling. But in the same vein, as you and I, my brothers, we are standing in this hall today, people are buying jam forms. People that are older than us are still struggling to come into this University of Abuja. People that have dreams just in the same way that we have dreams and want to actualize these dreams are working and finding how they can get themselves to be called students. Then we are privileged and we are blessed and separated by God among others to be students today. Not just to be students, but for this appointed time. So you must hold it, you must protect it, and you must guide it.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the very big problems facing youth in politics is the issue of finance. So how do you tackle finance in youth and politics?
You see, we are trying to eradicate money politics. And the only way we can do this is by having confidence in yourself. You don't look at it that I need to have billions of naira before I contest for an election. As long as you are able to purchase your form, or a group of friends can come together and say, okay, we believe in this person, let's put hands together and put him there, because we trust he's going to do the best thing. That is when it's going to be good for you. You don't need too much more, and you don't need a godfather.
But why is China becoming the country that everybody is scared of today? China understood what their population was like. China sat and studied their population. China asked themselves, of what advantage is this population to us? China said, if we come together as a country and as a people, we can become one of those great nations that people would dread and people want to do businesses with. So China kept their number. They kept their unity. They held themselves strong, one and each other. And again today, they are one of the country everybody want to be like. So we have this number today. We have this population today. We have this strength today. We are youthful people. So we can make good advantages of these things and see how they work for us. Finally, my brothers and sisters, my brother spoke of not too young to run. But I want to ask us one question and let us be true to ourselves. How many young persons go out to vote during elections? We have a population of over 150 million people. And the last 2015 general election, the total vote cast, accumulated vote cast, was not up to 50 million. So what has happened to the other numbers? Where are you, my brothers and sisters? You don't need somebody to give you money to elect somebody. You only have to study the credibility of this man and woman that wants to lead you. And be sure that these people share the same dreams with you. We must equally understand the fact that we are from different ethnic background and different religious background. We are from different homes. It's just like a man waking up in the morning and finding himself a wife, marrying a woman he was not there that she was giving birth to. They both grow to love each other. They tolerate their differences. They accept their weaknesses. They complement themselves. I identify your weakness and I use my strength to cover your weakness. You identify my weakness, you use your strength to cover my weakness. That is what Nigeria should be.
We recognize that in Nigeria, we are a country of many diversities. The distinguished comrade asked all of us from different parts, and we can see in this gathering alone, we have people from different parts of the country. And we have our different diversities in culture, in religion, in ethnicity, in language, and so on. But rather than divide us, such diversities are supposed to strengthen us as a nation. And this is the message that we must begin to preach. That we tolerate one another, that we recognize and have respect for those diversities, and to understand that this person may be different from myself, but I need to respect that person for that difference that I see in him.